What is up, everyone? We are locking in NFL DFS picks for this slate, and we are laser focused on why these plays make sense. First up, quarterback. We are starting with Jared Goff at 6,500. A dash rank of 100 plus a matchup with Cincinnati, who have one of the worst defenses overall based on opponent rank 30, gives us a clean path to efficiency. He is sitting at 19 fantasy points per game, with a steady recent trend of 14, 13, and 12, and a projection of 18 is reasonable and reliable given he has long surpassed the 3-start threshold. We love the correlation with Amon-Ra St. Brown and the fact that the Lions' offense has shown real ceiling outcomes. Per the news cycle, Goff just recorded the fifth 50-point game of his career as a starter, joining an exclusive group of all-time greats, which reaffirms that ceiling is in his range when the environment pops. Detroit just came off a high-profile Week 3 showdown with Baltimore, and this is a clear step down in defensive pressure. If we need a deep salary pivot, we can consider Zach Wilson at 4,500 against Carolina, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall with an opponent rank of 12. This is strictly a tournament punt. His preseason was uneven per reports, and projections are inherently unreliable until he has at least 3 starts this season. But if he is confirmed as the starter, the price can unlock premium stacks elsewhere. We would only deploy this in large field builds. Running back. Jahmyr Gibbs at 7,700 is a core play for us. Dash rank 100, 20 fantasy points per game, and 18, 27, and 15 in his last 3 is the right blend of floor and ceiling. Cincinnati again profiles as one of the worst defenses overall. Opponent rank 30. The passing game usage is the swing factor, and we like leaning into what the news is hinting at. Multiple outlets have asked if Gibbs could have a huge receiving game, and he is consistently featured among the most productive, versatile workhorses going into 2025. Pairing him with Goff amplifies touchdown equity through correlated scoring. For a salary saver, Dare Ogunbowale at 4,000 is a thin punt, but viable if you need a pure unlock to fit studs. Baltimore ranks as one of the worst defenses overall by the given opponent, rank 31, and he did post 4 fantasy points 3 games ago. Touch count volatility is the risk. This is a lineup construction tool, not a median play. Wide receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown at 7,900 is the top of the board for us. Dash rank 100, 24 fantasy points per game, and a recent run of 26, 21, and 9 in games that included a tough Baltimore spot. Now gets Cincinnati, who have one of the worst defenses overall. Opponent rank 30. He's also popping in external models. Sportsline's machine learning model highlighted him among top anytime touchdown picks for Week 4, which matches our red zone volume thesis. Stack him with Goff in all contest types. For value, Josh Reynolds at 3,500 on the Jets versus Dallas, who have the absolute worst defense overall by opponent rank 32, is a reasonable dart. He logged 4 fantasy points 3 games ago, and is cheap exposure to a defense we want to attack per the slate data. This is a price-driven play that lets you pay up elsewhere, while still capturing upside if targets condense. Tight end. Jake Ferguson at 4,800 is our preferred spend in this tier. Dash rank 100, 16 fantasy points per game, with 17 and 21 in his last 2, and he draws the Jets, who have one of the worst defenses overall. Opponent rank 26. The preseason coverage repeatedly noted he is locked in as the season begins, and his role in the red zone makes him a high-leverage stack with the Dallas passing game. If we need a punt, Luke Schoonmaker at 2,500 is in play as a leverage pivot in the same game environment. He posted 3 and 2 fantasy points in the last 2 and faces the same opponent rank 26 defense. News noted he played all 17 games last season and is ready when his number is called, so we can take shots on him in builds that need savings and still want access to Dallas touchdown equity. Flex, Devon Achane at 7,300 profiles as a premium flex. dash rank 100, 19 fantasy points per game, and a steady 17, 16, and 17 recently tell us the floor is sturdy, and Carolina are middle of the pack overall with an opponent rank of 12. He has been featured in anytime touchdown models early this season, which matches the explosive role we want to buy. His speed adds slate-breaking potential even in neutral matchups. For a pure dart, Isaiah Williams at 3,000 is a large field swing. He draws Dallas, who have the absolute worst defense, overall by opponent rank 32. He posted -1 fantasy points last game, so we know the floor is fragile, but the price and matchup allow for unique constructions that chase a broken play or red zone look. Defense. Lions defense at 3,500 is our top choice. Dash rank 87 and an opponent rank 32 matchup with Cincinnati, the absolute worst defense overall on the slate context, sets up short fields and turnover opportunities for Detroit. Recent defensive outputs of 19 and 8 validate the big play profile. For savings, the Saints defense at 2,200 gets the Giants, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall with an opponent rank of 18 on the other side. This is purely a price-driven play to make the rest of the lineup work, with enough pressure potential at this salary to deliver value. To wrap it up, we are prioritizing Lions stacks with Goff and Amon-Ra, adding Gibbs for correlated touchdown equity, mixing in a Kane in the flex for speed and consistent scoring, and rotating Ferguson at tight end while using Lions D as our default. We will only drop to the value punts like Zach Wilson, Dare Ogunbowale, Josh Reynolds, Schoonmaker, and Isaiah Williams when the salary structure demands it in tournaments. Stay disciplined on correlation, leverage, and matchup tiers, and let the opponent rank signals guide exposure.